First carry for Nick Chubb. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Tackled at the
nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
On third down, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
This is fielded at the 27. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Watson. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
To number 18.
Randall Cobb. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the early lead.
Kaimi Fairbairn lining up.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And they'll be inside the red zone with the ball at the 16-yard line.
1st and 10.
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the option, they go with Johnson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. David Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
5-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Mayfield looks to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, I'm 133.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
And that'll be incomplete. Mayfield took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
1-yard gain. Brings up 6.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
To Nick Chubb.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Check number 6. Check number 6.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The pickup there, 5 yards.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. the shotgun. It's Mayfield escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Open man is Higgins. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line. They'll run with Chubb. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. They'll try again with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are back within a score.
For the extra point.
A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
So with a missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. On first down, it's Watson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. From the red zone now, Watson. And he's got it. And the Texans are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. David Johnson with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Texans push further out in front. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Mayfield on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a second down coming up. From the gun, Mayfield. flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They run with Logan. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 11 yards there, first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On first and 10, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. That's the rookie from LSU, Grant Delpit.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. They'll roll him out right, and he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
He'll run it.
Oh, it don't matter. It don't matter.
Mayfield lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. A handoff to Johnson on the option. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And it's third down.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Gun, Watson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, and the Texans will extend their lead. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain. And
it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes, he just takes off and goes. And I think that's what we just saw there.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Yeah, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
For the extra point.
That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
Johnson now returning. Now increase here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Dancing to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Forced out to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Check three.
Watson, off play action. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Now a first down throw. Watson. Open man. The tight end falls. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up
second down and 3, ball on the 7.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up the 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Johnson on the carry.
David Johnson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans add on. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Texans 41, Browns 6.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
First and 10.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he'll wind up picking up about 4, as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Kings.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Buying time to his left. And he'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
It's taken to the 26. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. From the gun, here's Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
faking the give. Now Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Final play of the half, Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
On 2nd and 15 now. Watson is going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
To throw again on second down. Watson. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now.
Check 24, check 24. Hey, switch gears. Switch it.
On the carry, it's Logan. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will be taken down, but not before he gets this to the Browns' 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big time...
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 5-yard touchdown run. And this offense is running away with this one. And that rushing touchdown is fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And 6.
Mayfield. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Intercepted by the
Before we
Texans.
came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, but I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Off of play action, it's Watson. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Third and long, it's Watson. This is caught, it's Cooks. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And now it's second down. Off the play fake. Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells.
Watson
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. Here we go with Johnson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Houston.
From 17 yards out. And this offense continues to pour it on. And he just tied the NFL record on that 5th rushing touchdown. He's the 6th man ever to do that in a single game.
And, partner, did you just say that he tied an NFL record there?
Yes, sir.
I mean, we're talking 5 touchdowns on the ground against an NFL-caliber defense.
Is that good?
I'd say that's fantastic. What a game for him.
It really is something. We are watching quite the effort.
Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Gain of 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, 133. Single.
Now Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Baker Mayfield.
J.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Play fake. Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. There he goes, right side. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
The score, Texans 62, Browns 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Steps away to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, Mayfield. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
It's now 4th.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 3 down. 3 down.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Odell Beckham.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And again, it's Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got Landry. Complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yard gain. Brings up
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
On 2nd and goal, Mayfield sliding out of the pocket. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Feeling the the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Whitney merciless in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
4th down and goal.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Top on the left. Move. Hey. We got 3. We got 3. 3 down. 3 down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And this Texans defense stands tall. Well, that's the 4th time that they've tried to go for it on 4th down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on 4th down, you think that you've got the right play dialed up. You can't be stopped. Your momentum's going to keep going. But 1 for 4, that tells you that you need to look at things in a different way, and you need to tip your cap to the defense. They've done a great job.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
1st down, Houston.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
That's going to be a long day. Kill.
Off play action, Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Houston.
They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Mayfield with it once more. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 13-yard line.
From the gun, Mayfield. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. 1st down, Cleveland, Mayfield to Beckham. Flush to his right. And the Browns are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, Pro Bowl wideout, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Rolling to his right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And as Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And it's 3rd down.
Let's go, D. Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. That's right, baby, they don't want it. Under 10, 10. Big Ed. Go. Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic.
Watson on 3rd down. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Will Fuller, incomplete. He was covered by Denzel Ward.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those...